Hello, all of you mathematicians. Good to see you again. So we've been doing number talks for several weeks now on digital learning, and I wanted to do something a little bit different today so that you can see, as you are continuing to work on the computer, that we can represent numbers in different ways, more than just on the paper like we've been doing, where we normally take one number and then we find out all of the ways that we can represent it. Well, as you are working on Imagine Math and other applications like that, you're going to see numbers represented on the computer. So I wanted to give you a few examples. So let's go ahead and share screen and see what we can find. All right, so I wanted you first to see, we oftentimes do objects, and so we know that we can draw pictures, we can have objects to move around on the computer. They're going to show us pictures of objects. So it says, how many objects do you see? Well, we all see the triangles down here, and they're organized pretty well, so we can count them one by one. But if they're not organized in a very easy manner, it might be a little bit more complicated. So definitely use your fingers if you can. If they give you some sort of a marker, go ahead and use the marker to mark them. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 of these shapes. What are these shapes? 3 sides and 3 vertices. It's a 2D shape. It's a triangle. So they asked us a sentence problem, so we're going to answer it in a sentence. I see 11 triangles. Let's go ahead and put 11 in there. I see 11 triangles. All right, so that's objects. Now we can also see words. So we're going to be having lots of words on the screen. This one says, please read the number. So here's the number that we're looking at. So this is one of our sight words, this beginning right here, but let's go ahead and sound it out. O, in, 14, 14, 14. So what number does it represent, it asks? Well, 14, we should all know how to write that. 14 is a 1 and a 4 to make the number 14. So with pictures, objects, and words. Let's see if there's another way they can represent them. So another way that we see it is with a number line. Well, it says, take a look at the number line. Wow, it comes from 0 all the way down to 20. And it asks us, how much does the red dot represent? Well, there's that red dot. And look how it correlates with the number on the number line. And what number is that? 12. If you need to double check, you can always count along. But by now, you should be able to see the number 12 and know quickly that it's the number 12. If you have to, go ahead and count. Now, on the computer, when you're playing games, sometimes they might not show you all of these numbers on here. They might show you that you're counting by 1s or by 5s or by 2s. So what if we were counting by 5s? Am I still going to be able to find it even though it doesn't say the number down here? Of course I can. So I can still count by 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I can actually count by 5s, right? 5, 10, and then I'm going to continue on with another 2. Let me make my 2. There we go. 1, 2. So 5, 10, 11, 12. And I'll know that my number right there is 12. Let's go ahead and put that in there. 12. So the red dot represents the number 12. Let's see if there's another way we could do it. And this one, we've seen this before, the 10 frame. And it asks, well, how many in the 10 frames all together? Now there's 2 10 frames and they said both 10 frames together. So this one is full to capacity. What does that mean? That it has 10. So let me pick up my pen here. We can write it down. So this one has 10. We didn't even have to count it, but if we wanted to, we could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the next 10 frame has just 3 in there. 1, 2, 3. So my 10 and my 3, I can count them all together. 10 and 3 more. 10, 11, 12, 13. Good job. So all together it would make 13. That's another way we could see it. Put my pen down. Let's see. Oh, there's another number line, but this time it's not just asking us with the number line with a dot. They're asking us about the cubes. How many cubes are there? So fortunately, the number line is going to help us to know, look, it started all the way at 0 and it came all the way down to 12, but we could double check, right, and count each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We could count that way. And we also want to make sure that it didn't ask us something more specific. Now, it didn't say how many turquoise cubes, how many pink cubes. It says how many cubes are there. That means all together, no matter what color they are. So let's go ahead and put our number in there. 12. And let's go to another one. Oh, the Rec and Rec. So I think most of you were able to see this in your classroom before. This is basically like moving beads along on a line. Let's see how many they have all together. So there are 20 beads on this Rec and Rec. And those beads are gonna help us to count. So I noticed they have them in sections. Let me see how many are in one section. Oh, yep, just like the one in class. There's 5 in each one of the color sections. So let's go ahead and move a few of those sections and see what number we can represent. All right, so this is how many beads are represented. So I'm talking about the beads that Miss Tahiri has moved over to this side. So there was 5 in each section. Could we count by 5 maybe? Instead of counting by 1? Absolutely we could. 5, 10, 15. Very good. Could you double check to make sure that all of the sections were even? Absolutely, you can do that too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, I love moving things whenever I can just to make sure that they've already been counted. And let's go ahead and put our number in, 15. 15 what though? What did it ask us? How many beads? So we're trying to find how many beads. So beads equals 15. Good job. Okay, this one is called base 10 blocks. Base 10 blocks, you're going to see that there's actually 4 different kinds of blocks you could use. There's the ones. That's one of our sight words, ones, because it definitely doesn't make the W sound right here. One, but I mean W letter, but it does make the one sound when you're saying it. So the little yellow blocks are the ones, the blue blocks are the tens, and you might get to the hundreds and the thousands, but for now we just have one set of blue, and then we have this set of ones. So we can double check that this tens, this base 10 bar of 10 has 10. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there are 1, so it would come after 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. And down here, I hid the number. Let's just double check. Ta-da! 14. That's right. Let's put our information in our line. It says they represent the number 14. So 10 and 4, let's go ahead and write that in there. 10 plus 4 more equals 14. Very good. And I'm glad that your handwriting is better than mine. Let's see. I think there was one more way that I found on the computer. Do you notice this? The hundreds chart. Is there something missing? Do you see it? Right there. That's right. It is 1 more than 17 and 1 less than 19. What am I? Did you figure it out? Did you need to count it? Well, let's go ahead and count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. What will come after 17? Yeah, 18. Let's go ahead and put that number in there so that we don't lose it. We gotta close this first. Pick up my letters. We said 18. Let's move this bad boy over here. 18. So you're going to see all of these different ways as you are working on the computer. Now, what do I mean by working on the computer if you haven't seen it yet? So this is what the page would look like if you went to Imagine Math. So Imagine Math, you're going to come to, it looks just like this. You're going to go to math.imaginelearning.com, and it's going to bring you to a page just like this. And you are going to put in your user ID, which is an HISD number. It's going to have HISDS to it, and then the number is going to be your own. It's going to be specific to you, but let's just say this was my number, and then I'm going to have a password. My password is going to be my initials and then a 4-digit code. All right, so my username and my password. This is where I'm going to play all of those fun games that are made just for me. And in case you need it, the site code is going to be the same for everybody, but you will need these too. So make sure you ask your teacher. If you haven't gotten on Imagine Math yet, there are all kinds of fun activities to do. And I don't want you to be intimidated by them. You're going to see some of the things that we just showed you. But if you don't have computer access, that's okay. But if you do, make sure you get your code and that you're using your time wisely and practicing those educational games. All right, guys, it was really good to see all of you. I hope to see you in the coming days. We're going to be talking about coins this week and all kinds of money and about animals. So look forward to all of those lessons. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.